when I used to go to Jamaica is definitely have a jerk chicken and then smoke a really big Come on, let's go back to Jamaica, man. I love Jamaica, guys. I love the Jamaican food. I love the Jamaican music. As you can see, I'm wearing my Bob Marley t-shirt so aptly for this recipe. Now, this is one of the most popular dishes which happens not only in Jamaica, but it has spread all over the world. Welcome to jerk chicken. Now, when you say jerk, when people say, you know what I think of jerk, not a jerk, but what I think about jerk is, believe me, it is the manifestation of freedom through food. Because this jerk chicken has history, has culture, and it's, believe me, it's actually originated in Jamaica when the Arawaks who came there and they were slaves over there. And what happened was, when the Spanish fled Jamaica, the island, because the British came over, these slaves ran up to the mountains. So that now, once they reached the mountains, they needed to eat, they needed to cook, they needed to hide from people. So what they did was, they actually dug pits in the mountain, and using all those lovely things about the spices from the local people, what they actually did was, they built pits in the ground so that the smoke could not be seen, and then they could even stay away and eat well without being caught again. So now what happens is that jerk is spiced, it's smoked, and then it's cooked. I've got these lovely chicken legs with skin on here. I would say about 550 to 600 grams. I have got ginger, garlic, some spring onions, black pepper, a little bit of chili flakes. I've got some really nice allspice here. Allspice is literally what we call is kebab chini in India. So allspice berries is one of the main spices which is used in Jamaican cooking, because the allspice berries were found in abundance on that island. In addition to this, I also like to use a little bit of cinnamon, okay? And I like to use a few cloves in this recipe as well, okay? Now, first things first, why don't we actually make a really nice marinade for the chicken, because that's all we need. So first things first, I'm going to be getting all my stuff inside this mixer right now. Perfect. So we've got here, we've got cinnamon and we've got cloves. We've got some scallions, okay? So I'm going to be taking about, say, 3 or 4 heads of this spring onion here, including the greens, which I love to use. It also gives a very nice flavor and a nice moisture to the jerk, okay? So we got this in here. Along with this, I'm going to be adding some fresh thyme, which I have here. Now, which I've actually taken the leaves out, so we've got some lovely fresh thyme here. We also have some allspice powder, which I'm going to be adding in this. Along with that, we have some lovely about 40 to 50 grams of sliced ginger in here, about 7 to 8 cloves of garlic. Now, the traditional chilies which are used in Jamaica are called the Scotch bonnet, okay? You could substitute by using a really nice Thai bird's eye chili, or something like a nice fresh chilies will also do. So these are Scotch bonnet chilies which I actually got from a farm in Pune, okay? So they are fruity, but they are very hot. So I'm going to be using about 3 or 4 of these in my recipe too. Perfect. Sometimes I actually like to use even fresh green chilies. At the end of the day, it all depends on what is available. My addition to this recipe, which I love, is a light soy sauce. A light soy sauce which I like to add into this batter. Light soy sauce I like to add in this marinade. I've got some cracked black pepper here as well. Okay, so we have a little bit of paprika here as well. And you can add fresh green chilies, you can add bird-eyed chilies, but I have my Scotch bonnets. These are spicy, but you know what? They are amazingly fruity, and I love the fruity taste. So we've all sorted this. Next, we're going to be adding a little bit of oil into this and making this fantastic marinade. I'm also going to be using some of this marinade in this lovely accompaniment for jerk chicken is basically rice and peas, which is actually rice and kidney beans, almost like a rajma ka pulao. Okay, so those are going to come in a little later. I've got my oven which I've preheated, perfecto, at about 180 degrees. You got a choice. If you have a barbecue at home, you can even grill this. I love to smoke it for you, but at the moment we are just doing a really nice roasted jerk chicken legs. Okay. So we have our lovely Jamaican jerk chicken paste over here, beautifully. Now you can see it's nice and chunky here. It's got a very nice, beautiful color. This is exactly how the OG Jamaican paste looks like, guys. This is a real OG recipe. I used to visit Jamaica a lot. My sister used to live there. My nephews are still there. And believe me, the first thing I used to do when I used to go to Jamaica is definitely have a jerk chicken and then smoke a really big joint. So I have my chicken which is here, which I'm going to do a couple of gashes, but I'm waiting on to that. What I really want to do first is I want to make a really nice, interesting base on which I want to put my chicken. Okay, so literally like almost like a mat. Nice. So what happens is that these vegetables are obviously going to be served with the chicken. Okay, nice roasted leeks, roasted carrots. So it is definitely a dual purpose. I also have these lovely scallions which I would love to put here as well. Lovely. Nice. So literally this forms a really nice bed. I've got some lovely fresh thyme, okay, which I want to put as well at the bottom. Nice. Now to the chicken. So giving it a little incisions on here. Beautiful. Now you could also do a nice brine, okay. If you want to see a really cool chicken recipe on the same channel, go to my roast chicken recipe. You're going to really love it, where we actually show you what is the process and why do we actually brine a chicken, guys. Okay, so this is done. Next, we are going to be massaging it right inside to the bone. You know, you want to make sure that this is well seasoned. Yes, so we've got our chicken nicely here. I'm doing the same thing to this. I've also kept a little bit of the paste for my rice and beans, okay. Beautiful. Finally, a little bit of seasoning here. Beautiful. Then we're going to pour a little more oil over this. Beautiful. Now, as the chicken will cook, the chicken skin is going to render its fat. It's going to fall all over these. The vegetables are going to be cooking as well, right here. Lovely roasted vegetables. Also, what I want to do is I just want to add about a third of a cup of water in here as well, okay? So it's going to keep the whole thing really moist. I've got my oven which is heating at 200 degrees almost. Okay, so we're going to be cooking it on a decently high temperature because you want this really nice, lovely, beautiful, dark brown, gorgeous looking jerk chicken. So normally with Jamaican chicken, everybody eats rice and peas, which are actually rice with some rajma, kidney beans. So here what I've done is I've already cooked my kidney beans, okay, the regular ways we do, rajma jaise hum pakate hain. And there's rajma ka pani, very, very important. I've got basmati rice which I have washed, soaked, drained and it's ready for you. I'm going to be cooking in this, the rice in a little bit of butter. I've got some thyme, I've got some fantastic chilies, I've got a little bit of this jerk paste which I also want to incorporate into the rice. And why not? Okay, so we're going to be making a little mixture of oil and butter in this recipe. So I've got about a teaspoon of oil and about a tablespoon of unsalted butter. Lovely. So we've got a nice mixture of butter and oil going on here, into which I'm adding some Scotch bonnet in here. Lovely. Giving this a little nice mix. Next, we're going to be adding some nice spring onions, a little bit of thyme. Okay, beautiful. To this, we're going to be adding a little bit of a jerk paste. And you can see this fantastic aroma literally takes you back to the islands. You've got really nice spices, aromats. It's completely outstanding. Next to this, we're going to be adding our kidney beans, which are almost cooked. Okay. Wow, amazing. Nice. So we've got this really nice, lovely mixture going on. You can see, I mean, it's already beginning to smell so good. Next, we're going to be adding our soaked basmati rice. Okay, I'm using basmati rice in this recipe here. It goes really well with it as well, but try and use any local rice if you wish. So we've got this right here. Next, we're going to be adding some salt to this. Beautiful. We also have some amazing coconut milk, which I'm adding in here as well. So you can see there's lots going on. And finally, to top it all, we're going to be adding a little bit of water. Perfect. The kidney beans are cooked. The rice has been soaked for a good couple of hours. So this is going to take about 11 to 12 minutes to cook. That's it. Okay. I'm going to be adding a little more of water to this. Feel free to use a chicken stock. If you want to do a vegan gluten-free recipe, just use olive oil. Don't use butter. Coconut milk is great, and use a vegetable stock. So this is a really nice, beautiful one-pot meal. The chicken can be substituted with mushrooms, with tofu, with paneer, all kinds of vegetables. I love using pumpkin and mushrooms together along with my jerk chicken. It's absolutely brilliant. So you can create some really nice vegan, gluten-free and healthy meals using the same recipe. So we're just waiting for some more absorption of the liquid and the rice being cooked. As I said, it takes about 12 to 13 minutes to cook. I'm just going to be bringing it to a boil for about a couple of minutes. I'm going to be covering it, putting on a slow simmer. In 13 minutes, we're going to have the most original rice and peas one. In another 10 minutes, after that, our chicken will be ready and a completely island-style Jamaican meal is ready. Brilliant. Oh yes. Beautiful jerk chicken is ready. Nice. Wow, what a lovely combo, guys. What a lovely combo. So we've got our jerk chicken, which is beautifully cooked. Nice, lovely crispy skin. Beautiful carrots at the bottom. So we've got some roasted spring onions. We've got some carrots at the bottom. We've got this lovely chicken on the top. Maybe I could salvage a little bit of the leek. And we have this amazing, wow. You know what I mean now. It's time to plate this up. This brilliant dish. I've always been a real fan of jerk chicken. There's something very majestic about it. As I said to you, it is the manifestation of freedom through food, guys. So, rice and peas, yani ki rice and beans, ready. Beautiful flavor. Imagine this is just a one-pot meal, and literally this is for me like the rajma chawal for the Jamaicans and the people in the Caribbean. You know, they love eating their rice and beans, and believe me, whether it's steamed fish, whether it's an escabeche of fish, they always have this as a side. Sometimes what I do with this I also do just roasted sweet potatoes with it. It's brilliant. Sometimes I like to eat jerk chicken along with rice and peas, and I make a really nice onion salad. There's tons and tons of things what you can do with food. Keep on watching me and let's eat some good food together. So beautiful. Look at this. Really nicely, lovely, juicy chicken over here. So, some lovely braised leeks with all the flavors of jerk and the chicken in here. Beautiful. We have this lovely roasted spring onion, nicely charred, which I'm going to be putting right here. And with these gorgeous carrots, wow. I mean, so we have a complete meal going on here. Roasted carrots as well, leeks as well. So hope you enjoyed these amazing recipes from that side of the world. Welcome to the world of reggae and some good food, comfort food, soul food is the best food for you.